I am Dr. C.L. Venkatrao. What are the reasons for infertility in women? There are mainly 5 factors. 1. Age. If the age is beyond 35, if somebody gets married beyond 35, then the chances of infertility is more. It is desirable that you complete your childbirth around the age of 30. So, beyond 35, the chances of infertility is as high as 25%. Number 2, weight. People who are overweight, stout and obese, there is a problem with the hormones. There is imbalance of estrogens. Similarly, somebody is underweight. Overweight, underweight. Both of them is a problem because this weight disturbance leads to estrogen hormone imbalance. As a result, it leads to infertility. What should be the ideal weight? It should correspond with your height. The ideal body weight is the body mass index shall be between 18 to 24. If the body mass index is less than 18, it is underweight. If it is above 24, overweight. So make sure that your BMI, body mass index, is lying between 18 to 24. 3. Infections in the vagina or in the uterus. People who are diabetics, they are more prone for infections in the vagina and the cervix. It will produce white discharge. The white discharge will be like curd. There will be intense itching. How many number of tablets you may use, still the white discharge continues. Persistent white discharge shall give you a signal whether you are having diabetes. Get your blood sugar test done. Then the venereal diseases, sexually transmitted diseases like gonorrhea, that will also produce white discharge, cervicitis, endometritis, and the blockage of the fallopian tubes. The microorganisms, germs from the vagina pass through the cervix, enter into the uterus, and they go into the fallopian tube. This tube gets blocked. So, these germs are responsible for blockage of the tube. Sometimes TB can be responsible for blockage of the tubes. So, the white discharge that was occurring even before marriage or after marriage must be managed well by a qualified obstetrician. Never ever ignore the white discharge, especially the curdy white discharge. You need to take appropriate antibiotics. Then sometimes fungus. Fungus also will be responsible for the tubal blockage. In the villages even today, during the period's time, they don't use the sanitary pads. They use some dirty cloth instead of sanitary pads. It is mandatory today for every person, girl, rural, urban, everywhere to use sanitary pad. This dirty cloth usage is responsible for white discharge. So, we must, as a mother, should inculcate the habit of usage of sanitary pad to the girl. Then the governments also must provide the sanitary pads free of cost to the residential school children. Thereby, their sanitation, their hygiene will improve. Similarly, the undergarments used by the ladies, if it is dirty, if it is loaded with sweat, that is responsible for the white discharge. So you must ensure that The undergarments, underwear must be clean and healthy, and every year you must discard the old underwear and purchase the new ones. Number 5. Some people, there is a genetic or hereditary factor for infertility. So, if there is an infertility history, that may go on in the families, next generations. There is another factor, the lifestyle. The lifestyle, excessive exercise is not good. No exercise also is bad. So adequate quantum of exercise is required. Too much of exercise, too less of exercise, it will lead to hormonal imbalance and infertility. Though smoking and consumption of alcohol in India is less when compared with the Western world, nowadays, metro cities, some of the girls and women are consuming cigarettes and alcohol. These two may lead to infertility. So for you to get a cute baby, you must give up the bad habit of smoking and alcohol. But rural area, some of the people are in the habit of the ladies smoking cigar. That cigar also is bad. So smoking and alcohol does lead to infertility. After marriage, how many months we have to wait before we approach the doctor? Less than 30 years. You can wait for 1 year before consulting a doctor. If your age is already more than 30, you have waited for 6 months, then no pregnancy, then visit the obstetrician. So minimum 1 year of waiting period, trying for 12 months is desirable. When you visit the doctor, obstetrician, what is she going to do? She is going to get the thyroid test done. T3, T4, TSH blood test. Such are those people who has got less of thyroid production, they are likely to be infertile. Then she will ask for the ultrasonography of the whole abdomen to see whether there are any cysts in the ovary, to see how the tubes are, how the uterus is. Then the obstetrician is going to ask for some hormonal tests. These are all some preliminary tests for infertility. Later on, if she is suspecting blockage of the tubes, she may ask for a special X-ray called hysterosalpingography, HSG. Then the last thing she may try is laparoscopy. By doing laparoscopy, you can see the uterus, tubes, ovary, and you can also find whether there is any tuberculosis, TB. So this is how the infertile lady, you must approach in time, on time, qualified obstetrician. Don't ever go for self-medication. Always qualified obstetrician, either in a government hospital or a private hospital, you will get the proper advice for your infertility. When you are visiting a obstetrician or a gynecologist, always the couple should go. Husband and wife shall go together, not alone. If the lady goes alone and the husband does not visit the obstetrician, there is no use. The reason for infertility could be either in the woman or in the men. That is how the couple should go together to get the desired pregnancy.